What's up everyone, today we're going to install the PEMP 10.25 inch Android unit in this BMW E60 528. And be sure to subscribe because after the installation we'll do a review video and we're going to install a backup camera as well. So let's go ahead and install this unit. Okay, this first thing we're doing is remove this panel. So to do that you're going to get a plastic tool. Okay, so we're going to start off by removing this panel, and to remove it you're just going to use the plastic tool to just get all these out like this. Then once you have everything out, slowly bring it out. There is a wire in the middle here. You're just going to remove it. There are two screws right here we need to remove. Alright, so once the two screws are removed, you're just going to pry everything open all the way to the bottom here, like this, and this will come off. There are three connectors that you need to remove. So just like every other video I've shown you guys, just push this down and then bring this back. It comes right out. Okay, it doesn't want to come right out. There we go. For this one, you push these two tabs and then just pull it out. Okay, so to open this panel, you're just gonna do this with the tool and open it up. Once the panel is removed, there are wires on each side that you need to remove. To remove them, you just get your flathead, you press down here, and you pull them out like that. So same on this side. Okay, next we're gonna remove these four screws. Okay, now we should be able to pull this right out, like this. Okay, so there's basically no room here, but we'll remove this to show you guys. So we need to remove all these cables here, which are like being stretched. So this interlock cable, in order to remove it, you just push it up, like lift it up, and then pull it back like that, and it will come right off. And these connectors, you just push them in like this, and they should come right out. Like that. There's one more over here, just comes right out. And then the last one is this one right here. Okay, there are two screws here. They're T10, so you're going to go ahead and remove these two screws. Okay, once the two screws are removed, we're just going to go ahead and do this. And the LCD should just come right out. Like that. And we need to disconnect more wires. So first thing I'm going to do is just remove all this wiring from the clips so that it's much easier to work with this. So there's two wires. This is the LVDS wire, and just like before, you just have to pull it. Just wiggle it around a little bit. It comes right out. This one, like before, you push down with the bracket, and it should come right out. There we go. Alright, so now that we have this open, we need to remove this fiber optic cable, and we need to connect it to the new harness, which looks like this. So be sure to check the position and everything. So it's on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a flathead. There's a little clip on top here. I'm just going to push the clip down and it should come out. Should come out. Right here up, and then it comes right out. So be sure to check how it was before you plug it in. So it was like this, and it looks like it was like this. So on this one, it will just go here like this. And then that's it. It's secured in there. So now we have the new harness here. And this is the previous harness. So this is the audio out wire, and we're going to connect to the audio out wire here, the aux. And basically, this is the wire that's going to connect the opposite side. We're going to connect it to the glove box where you have the aux, factory aux. Okay, so this is the factory harness hooked up to the new wire. And basically what we're going to do is just connect it like this. So go ahead and connect it, and then just pull this up, and it clicks into place. So basically we have to hide this back here somewhere so that we have enough room to hook this back up after. Okay, so this is the wire I routed, and the way I routed it is, this is the wire right here. I went through the back up here, and then from here, as you can see right here, this is the wire. I pulled it through the vent, and it's up here. The little box with the fuse is right here in this corner. So I put it all the way, I pushed it all the way in there. So that's how this wire is routed, and you have access to these as well up here. So these are the connectors that will hook up to the display. Okay, so the aux cord is right here, and I'm pushing it through right here into this little crack right here. So here's the aux cord. And we're just going to stuff it all the way down along here until we get to the glove box. Okay, so I ran the wire like this into here. It's not the cleanest install, but this still opens. and close it, so we're going to keep lighting. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect all these connectors onto here, now that the wires have been routed. So we're going to start with this big connector here, and the way it works is all you're going to do is just plug it in like this, push it in as hard as you can, and then lift this up like this. And it should click into place. There we go. And you can hear it turning on. So next, we have these. So let's start with probably the LVDS cable. It plugs in right here, like that. The blue cable. And then here's the black cable, along with this. There we go. Alright. So here comes the hardest part of everything, is this connector is in the way. If you've seen my previous videos, this connector is always in the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck this to the left as much as we can, and then stuff it, and hopefully all this stuff fits. So let's see what happens. Just push everything back. Alright. Let's see what ends up happening here. See if this works out or not. It's probably not going to work out. It never works out. Nope. Okay, just as I suspected. This is not going in. So I'm just going to play around with the wires in the back and just move them around until this is flush. So we'll come back once this is fixed. Alright, so we got all 4 screws in. So good luck getting that in because it's a pain. Next, we're going to go ahead and install this bracket. So all you're going to do is move the wires through here and then stick it in and hook up these 2 screws. So now with this in, we're just going to go ahead and tighten these screws. So just insert them and tighten them. Okay, so next we're going to install these brackets. So they only go in one way, and then once you get the right way in, you're just going to screw them in. So okay, so we got the brackets in, and it's very sturdy. This is one of the reasons I like this design. Now is the time, if you're going to install a backup camera, to install it. And you basically are going to connect this, and then this red wire would connect here. Now I'm going to make a video on this after this one, so be sure to subscribe. But this is the time you would want to install the backup camera wire now, because this is all here. Anyways, we're going to connect all these wires. As far as I can tell, this wire does not go anywhere. I looked everywhere on the head unit, I looked in the wiring diagrams. There's no place for this wire. So for now, it's just going to chill there, and I think that's perfectly fine. But before we finalize everything, let's install the Wi-Fi antenna, or the 4G antenna, and the GPS antenna. Okay, so I'm going to do things differently for the GPS antenna, or this antenna. We're going to undo this, and then we're going to stick it right back here like this. So I'm just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Okay, so that's that. Alright, next we have the GPS antenna, and for this one I'm going to do something similar. I'm just going to go ahead and mount it anywhere I see fit, probably right here. Just going to mount it here, hold it, and then we're just going to hit it. This is the GPS antenna actually, not the other one. The other one's the 4G antenna. But yeah, this should be perfectly fine in terms of getting signal. There should be no problem here. Alright, so now we're just going to connect everything. So let's connect everything. Alright, so we're going to start putting things back together, and we're going to start with this. So remember, there's 2 wires on each side that needs to go in. So this one, and then this one. And let's hope this actually goes in, because I installed that aux cable. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we got this in. So now we're just working backwards. So we're going to go up here next. Move all these wires out the way. There we go. So next we're going to work with this section and then finish it off there. Alright, so we're just going to connect these. And to do it, I'm going to plug them in. You're going to push this up like this. Okay, you're going to push it up like that. Goes like this. You're just going to lift this up, and it's clicked in. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and click it back into place. And then these 2 screws up here. Okay, so finally it'll be this wire. It's going to be a little tricky to get in because it's in that little hard to get position. Get the wire back into this panel. We're just going to flip it and carefully put it back into place. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and stick this in. So finally we're going to install the screen now. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and connect everything. So 4G antenna is this one. It will go right here. Then next we have this one right here. It's barely gonna reach, so we'll do that last actually. Okay. And then last but not least is this one. Alright, so finally we have everything here. We're just going to put the 2 screws here now. Alright, so here are 2 holes that we're going to go ahead and put the final screw. Okay, so once the screws are in, you're going to go ahead and put the plastic piece on top. Okay, with the plastic piece on, it looks like this, and it looks pretty flush in my opinion. Okay, so let's turn this on and see what happens. Alright, so this is the main menu. And if you click car info, you can actually go back to the original system. Okay, so this is the original system. If you click car info, it goes here. As you can see, it doesn't look correct. So if you hold down the menu button on the thing, on the iDrive controller, we'll go to settings here, and there should be an option for us to fix the iDrive system. Okay, so you're going to type in the password 070305, and here we're going to go ahead and click car display, and here we're going to choose what we have. So we have the CCC 8.8. Click OK. So now when we go back to the original system, as you can see, it looks correct and it's full screen. It looks really nice. And then you're going to want to go into entertainment, and you're going to want to go into the aux. So we need to make sure we go into the aux here. Click aux, and then once you're on aux, you can now listen to the audio. Alright, so that's the installation. Be sure to subscribe because I'm going to go over an in-depth review video on the actual head unit, and in the next video we're going to install the backup camera. So with that said, the overall installation process is not too bad. Give yourself a couple hours, just in case things go wrong. And then I'm going to play with this and let you guys know how everything is. So as always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.